Donna J. Jodhan presents Dining with Donna, a weekly podcast where Donna shares a delicious recipe with you, gives you a bonus recipe, and ends off her podcast with time-saving tips for your kitchen. Her recipes are easy to follow, easy to put together, and most yummy and delicious for family and friends. Donna's recipes are favorites for everyone. They are tried and approved, and she guarantees you'll be able to make them your favorite. It's time to cook and bake, and Donna is waiting to show you how.
Hello, and I'm Donna J. Jodhan, your host for the Dining with Donna podcast. February 2025, and we're up to the third week of February. Winter is just walking along, giving us a hard time from time to time. But we will conquer with the recipes that we share with you so that you could go off there and create, change, and just follow. Have fun in your favorite corner of your home, the kitchen, where you get to create, you get to change, you get to do all kinds of things through the recipes, when you cook and when you bake, okay? And you can do this with families and friends, any time of the week, any day of the week, on weekends. You got to relax, recharge, refresh, regurgitate, renew, everything. Yes, indeed. And I want to thank everybody for continuing to listen in to me and for providing me with your thoughts, your suggestions, your comments, your feedback, everything. Thank you. And thank you for all the emails that you keep sending to me, and don't stop sending them. Keep sending to me at donnajodhan@gmail.com or ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com. Okay? And to my little brother Michael in Montreal. Michael, I'm going to be testing you one of these days. When I come to Montreal to visit you and Heather, I want you to make me one of the recipes that I have been sharing. It's up to you which one, but I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Now, I'm going to just highlight what we covered last week, and I'm going to also recap the tips from last week because for some reason technology and I got into a bit of an argument and it did not allow me to tell you what the tips were for last week, the second week of February. Remember now, there are two ways for you to keep up to date with my podcasts. One, I could send you the show notes, the monthly show notes that will cover all 4 weeks. Or two, send me an email to askdonna on blindlife@gmail.com or to donnajodhan@gmail.com. Put in the subject line the month, so it's February. Put the week 3, and in the body of the email, just let me know if you want the main recipe, the bonus recipe, the tips, or even the hidden treasure recipe. Okay? All right. Let me just tell you what we covered last week. Okay. For the main recipe, we had apple curry dip. And the bonus recipe was marinated zucchini salad. For my tips, I am going to cover that this week because last week I didn't do that, but it would be cockeyed pictures and preventing experimental holes. And the hidden treasure recipe was butter poached lobster shooters. Butter poached lobster shooters. I like this recipe personally. If you want a copy of this treasure recipe, please send an email to me at donnajodhan@gmail.com or ask Donna on blindlife@gmail.com. All right? For this week, here is what we're going to cover. The main recipe is chili con queso, and the bonus recipe is the perfection salad. And for the tips, faster ironing and ironing embroidery. So now I will tell you what the treasure recipe is for this week at the end of my podcast. Now I keep getting mixed up by saying hidden recipe treasure or hidden treasure recipe. I'm going to stick with hidden treasure recipe. Okay? All right then. Let's go here and let me tell you what my tips were for last week, because technology had a falling out with me. Okay? All right. Let me tell you what I had. Dealing with cockeyed pictures. Wind some adhesive tape around the center of the picture. Okay. Wind some adhesive tape around the center of the picture's wire. Okay. Wind it tightly. The wire will be less likely to slip. And then you can place masking tape at the back of the picture on the four corners at the back of the picture. Another way is to hang pictures first facing the wall. Or you can wind some masking tape around a toothpick, okay, sticky side around a toothpick, okay. Then you can place a few of these at the bottom, at the back of the picture, okay, at the bottom of the back of the picture, okay. Do it at the bottom of the back of the picture frame. So you have several ways to deal with cockeyed pictures, mainly using masking tape and dealing with the back of the picture. Okay, all right. Here's my next tip. And how do you prevent experimental holes? Now, what you do is cut a paper pattern of each picture that you plan to hang on your wall, right? Or even on your mirror. Okay, cut a paper pattern of each picture or mirror that you plan to hang on your wall, okay? All right. Then, after you have found the correct position, here's what you do. After you found the correct positions for the hangers, okay, perforate the paper with a sharp penknife, okay? Perforate the papers with a sharp pencil to mark the wall, okay? The wet fingerprint shows the exact spot for the picture, okay? So you use a wet fingerprint to show the exact spot for the picture's hanger, okay? All right. The print will then dry without a mark. If you change your pictures often, think of covering your wall with some grass cloth. Okay? Very important tips for those of you dealing with pictures. Okay? All right. So, if you would like to know more about this or you want me to send you these tips, do not hesitate. All right? Okay. So let's go on to this week's podcast. And we are going to give you or share with you the appetizer, okay? Chili con queso. Remember, the category for this month is low-fat cookbooks, appetizers. All right. Chili con queso. Here are the implements that you would need. And as I keep saying every week like a broken record, get your implements together in one spot on your kitchen counter. Then what you do is collect your ingredients in another part of your kitchen counter. So you have two piles. One pile are your implements and the other pile are your ingredients. Okay? It saves a lot of time, it saves a lot of stress, it saves a lot of running around between the pantry cupboard, the cupboards, the shelves, the drawers, the counters, and everything else. Okay? Right. Here are your implements. A grater, a can opener, and my preference is always a manual can opener. One saucepan or a microwave, paper towels. See? Nice and easy. Those are the implements that you're going to need. Now for the ingredients. 2 pounds of fat-free cheddar cheese, grated. 1 10-ounce can of Rotel tomatoes, okay, and green chilies. So there's usually these cans that you could buy at the supermarket, Rotel tomatoes, in combination with green chilies. So it's a 10-ounce can of Rotel tomatoes and green chilies. If you cannot get an exact 10-ounce can, just make sure you have 10 ounces in total. Fat-free chips. Fresh vegetables or tortilla chips. Okay? Okay. Are you ready to make? I am. Okay. Slowly melt your cheese in a saucepan or your microwave. Stir in your tomatoes and use this as a dip with your tortilla chips. And for each tablespoon of dip, here is something for you to know. Calories are 16.33 Gs. Total fat is 0 G. Saturated fat is 0 G. Sodium is 13.8 milligrams. Protein is 3.5 G. Okay? Sorry, 3.54 G. Carbohydrates is not that much, 0.52 G. Cholesterol is 0 milligrams. Fiber is 0 G. Doesn't that sound great? Yeah, it does. Easy to make on a cold winter's day. The family would love you for it. Chili con queso. Okay? All right. let's get over to the bonus recipe. And here is my bonus recipe for today. It's called a perfection salad. Good suggestion for a cold winter's day. All right. 2 3-ounce packages of lemon gelatin. Okay. 2 cups of finely chopped cherries. Okay. 12 chopped sweet pickles. I love sweet pickles. 4 tablespoons of vinegar. White vinegar would do the trick. 4 finely chopped pimentos. 1 teaspoon salt. 2 cups of finely chopped cabbage. Okay. Now you pair the gelatin as per the directions on the package. Okay. Add your vinegar and refrigerate until partially set. Okay. Add your remaining ingredients after it is partially set and refrigerate this for several hours. This is another very easy recipe to make for the winter. Family is going to love you. Maybe your spouse will love you too for doing this. Okay? All right, so that is the bonus recipe for today. All right, let's go on to our tips for the day. All right, here goes. Faster ironing. You know, a lot of people don't do ironing anymore these days, but there are some of us, including me, that does ironing. Okay? What you do is this. Place a strip of foil along the entire length of the ironing board and through to the underside of the garment. Okay? And you also add it to your ironing board's cover. It helps to keep the cover clean. Okay? All right. Next tip. Ironing embroidery. And a lot of us will say, I don't iron embroidery. I can't be bothered. But there are those of us who continue to iron our embroidery. Okay? Lay your embroidery upside down on a piece of Turkish towel. Okay? Before you iron. So take a piece of Turkish towel and lay your embroidery upside down on the towel. When you are finished, do that. Okay, so you do this when you're finished ironing your embroidery. Makes sense? Give it a try. See what happens. Right then, let me just summarize what we have given you for this week. Okay. So for this week, here's what we covered. Chili con queso was the main recipe. The bonus recipe was perfection salad, which I happen to like very much. And the tips that I gave to you was faster ironing and ironing embroidery. And the hidden recipe treasure is game day dip. Game day dip. Your family is going to love this recipe, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want you to write to me at either askdonnaonblindlife@gmail.com or donnajodhan@gmail.com, and I'll send it to you. I know it's difficult to listen and take notes all at the same time, but don't worry. I have show notes for you, and if you write to me at either of those two email addresses, what you do is put in the subject line the month, the week, so it will be February, week 3, and in the body of the email, just put down what you're looking for. Your main recipe, your bonus recipe, your tips, and your hidden recipe treasure. Okay? Good. Hey, thank you everyone for stopping by to listen to me. Have a great rest of the day, a great rest of the week. Thank you, Michael. And we will see you next week. Take care and stay safe. Bye for now.
That's it for this week. Donna hopes that you enjoyed her recipes and that you will take a few minutes to try them out. Stay safe and stay well. Send your thoughts and feedback to Donna at AskDonna on linelife@gmail.com.